Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Simply Blessed Crafts and welcome to Craft Our Hoard. We are going to be welcoming Sunflower Tasha DIYs, Joanna's DIYs, and Joanna's DIY Life, and the Southern Shell. These are our hosts this month, so let's get into it, guys. Alright, guys, so I have a fun little project, and I'm probably going to do a whole lot of these, but I thought it'd be really fun. So, welcome to Craft Your Hoard, by the way, and I have a hoard of scrap paper, a whole bunch of scrap paper, just scraps and bits and all this, and I also have a hoard of tiles, guys. Who doesn't have a hoard of tiles? I mean, I think all of our crafters have a hoard of tiles. So we have a bunch of scrap paper and tiles. We're gonna make little mini books out of these tiles. I've never actually seen anybody do this yet, so why not do this? I don't use these tiles. I don't never use tiles. I have briefly in the past when I was doing a lot more of my Dollar Tree stuff, and I'm like, you know what? I have an abundance of these, and I just dropped my paintbrush on the floor. I already made this one. Isn't it cute? I even made the pages. I kind of colored the sides with Ivy paint by Apple Barrel, and then I kind of just used a pen and just kind of made pages, and then I kind of went over it a little bit more with the Ivy paint, and it looks like a faux book, you guys. It looks adorable. So we're gonna do that, and we're just gonna use a bunch of scrap paper. This one here has mushrooms on it even, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna get right into it. Okay, so the mushroom one isn't going to work. It was too small of a paper, but I thought this purple would be really pretty. We'd do the purple on here with kind of like the leaves. So basically all I'm going to do is I'm going to measure this, and we're just going to fold it in like that. And then I'm going to cut it down. Do give it a little bit of extra room though, because when you fold it, it does take some room off of the front, and you want this to be fully covered. So you do want to give it a little extra room. See, I cut it a little long. I'm going to cut it a little long on the bottom too. I'm actually even going to snip this top layer off a little bit because it's a little bit of jagged edges here, and I don't want that on our book. And then we're just going to grab some of this. I'm actually going to glue it on here. So I'm grabbing some of my Aleene's tacky glue here, and I'm just giving it a good little zhuzh of glue. Make sure you get that middle part down too. Probably should zoom you guys in a little bit so you guys can see what the heck I'm doing here. Hopefully I don't get you off camera here. Move these out of the way here. maybe move you back, something like this. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna want to glue this like that. Make sure that you have enough on this edge here, and then you're gonna want to push down on your spine fairly hard, like this, to get that to stick pretty hardly. And then we can do our top layer here. Just like that. So I'm going to kind of smooth out a little bit more, and then we're just going to stick it right down. Make sure our spine of our book's good and stuck down here. Just like that. See? Look at that. And then we can go around and cut some of this excess off now a little bit. Around our book. Like this. There. Now you can see all the sides here. We're all stuck down. Now we're going to grab our paintbrush here. And I already have this ivory paint out here. And we're just going to give our wood slat here a nice little finish paint job. And you know how I am with gnomes and stuff. These are very cute to have in your little gnomes' hands and stuff. If you ever wanted to make a gnome, I show you how to make gnomes on this channel. And then you can have your little gnome holding the book. And then you just grab your little pen here and just make some little lines. Just kind of make it look realistic. Just a few little lines going down here. They are probably going to look a little dark at first, but we're going to actually go over those again with our paint. Just to kind of dull it down. It does kind of smear it a little bit, but I'm actually okay with that. There. Just like that. Now we have a little purple book with little leaves on it. How stinking adorable is that, you guys? And then eventually, if you get enough, you can do a little book stack. Alright guys, so I decided to speed this up a little bit, so I am gonna do a couple more books, but I also wanted to announce you know, the hosts a little bit more into this. Guys, make sure you guys go check out Joanna over at Joanna's DIY Life. Make sure you go check out the Southern Shell, Michelle. She is one of our guest hosts. And go check out Sunflower Tasha. Give her some love, guys. So I really liked this book here because the paper was more like leather. So I really liked that one. I'm actually probably think I'm gonna do a few more of these ones because they actually looked more like real books. Loved that. If I could get a way to where I could have like really tiny, like gold writing on this, I think it would be like chef's kiss. But I'd have to get like really tiny lettering. Anyway, I'm not going to be doing much of a voiceover here. Guys, let me know if this is a style of video that you kind of like. I don't want to do too much of this when we have a collab because I don't want to drag on too much of this. So I was trying to do as much as I could with fast editing and all this. So let me know if you're okay with stuff like this, if I'm explaining it okay, if you can hear me all right, everything like this. This is kind of new. I don't usually do stuff like this, but sometimes it's easier. So let me know. But I had so much fun doing these. The books and stuff were just absolutely fun. Guys, I think I'm addicted to this. I can't stop. Now that I've started, I can't stop. Like, there's so many patterns in this bucket here of my scraps that I'm addicted to see how cute these books are going to turn out once they're done. And I'm absolutely addicted to how they're looking. I've made a few off camera because I honestly don't want to bore you. I'm probably going to speed some of this up and all that because you can only see me repeat the process so many times and everything like that. I'm going to have to make myself a little mini bookcase for these. I don't know if I'll be able to pull that off on this time or if I'll have to do this on some other another time or whatever, but I am absolutely addicted now to making my own mini books. Now that I know how cute they are turning out. And I mean, you can do it however you guys want to do it. You do not have to do it the way I'm doing it. I mean, you can actually make yours a little more realistic if you would choose to. This one's a little more thicker cardstock paper. The other ones were a little bit thinner, but this one is a little bit more thicker. So I want to make sure that this end is going to stick correctly. But you guys can make pages in yours and stuff and make them a little bit more realistic if you wanted to. But I actually think that this way is just as good. And I have a bunch of mini books. I mean, I didn't have to make these. I just had the idea of it because I am in the craft your hoard, and I definitely have a hoard of Scrabble tiles. I mean, I have a bunch of them. I don't use them. And I have a bunch of scraps from a ton of projects that I've been saving. I mean, granted, I can put them to use in my junk journaling stuff on my other channel and stuff, which I'm probably gonna do, yes. But this is absolutely adorable. I mean, look at how cute, guys. Sorry if you guys are off camera. I didn't even realize if you guys were off camera. I wasn't even paying attention to where I was. Anyway, to where I was cutting. So if I was off camera, I do apologize for that. I'm just now going around the edge and just cleaning up my edge just a little bit. It's a little better. Now, my pen stopped working on me. Probably because I got some paint and stuff on it. But I've actually started going in with this, this Sharpie pen. Very fine-tipped Sharpie pen. And doing the lines first. Before I go in with the paint. And that seems to work really good too. So this one kind of smears it a little bit more, makes it look like they're dirty, which anybody that's into grunge looks definitely knows how I like that kind of stuff. I've watched my channel long enough. But you can still kind of see where it would look like pages as well. I don't know how well you can see it on camera, but it looks like pages to me. And look at how adorable. And then look at how cute. I've done 2 of these books because they look like leather. Like leather bound books. I did this cute little book here. The flower. And then I've done this one with the stripes. The green and red stripes. And we're just making a little book stack. Look at that. Look at how cute. It's a pretty tall book stack. There is our book stack so far. Look at how adorable, you guys. And if you wanted to keep it like this, you could glue each and every one of these together and just keep them like this as a book stack. And then we're going to glue another 4 together. 2 patches. After I get that done, we'll come back. Alright, so these 2 are glued together. Now I'm going to glue these 2 together, like this. And now I'm going to take some of these tumbling tower blocks here, and I'm going to glue along the sides. Like so. Try to line up as best I can. And then I'm going to glue a couple more on this side. Now, these should fit perfectly. Actually going to glue these sides too. Oh, I forgot the sides. Getting ahead of myself here. We might even need to do a couple of other ones, but we might have to do smaller shelves. We might have to do like because there's plenty of room. Oh, I guess not. Those actually take up quite a bit. So I guess it's probably okay. I forgot to glue down these sides. Look at me. There. Now we built ourselves a little tiny bookshelf. Now I'm gonna let this glue dry a little bit here, and then I'm gonna come in with some brown, maybe even copper. Maybe I'll do copper paint, and we'll paint it up. Alright guys, let's paint our little bookshelf. Isn't it adorable? So I did decide to go in with some chestnut, and we're just gonna give it just a tiny little coat. I do want the, the wood of it showing because it is a wood bookshelf, so I figured the chestnut brown would show more of the divots and stuff in the wood, which it is. So yeah, we are just going to give it a good coat. We'll paint inside as well. On the little shelves. That one got a little dark. Alright guys, so here is my little bookshelf. Now obviously I don't have that many books, but we are going to be making some more for sure. So here are our little books that we're going to put in our little bookshelf. How adorable are those? You can even set some like that. And then we'll maybe set some down here. How cute is that, you guys? That is our little bookshelf. And our little mini books. How stinking cute, you guys. So cute. I am just absolutely tickled to death about this. I absolutely love it. Let me know down below what you guys think. Make sure you guys go check out everybody in the playlist. And, oop. I will see you guys all in the next one. Make sure you go check out Joanna. And make sure you guys go check out Sunflower Tasha. God bless you all. Alright guys, thank you so much. This is all for me today. I appreciate you all for coming by. Make sure you guys go check everybody else out on the playlist. I love you all. And I'll see you guys all in the next one. God bless.